Hi people, Marino Ravenberg here again. In this video I'm going to discuss spirit guides. This is something that some of you especially might have a keen interest in. So yeah, there's not a lot to say about spirit guides. Spirit guides, generally speaking, are simply spirits that have latched on to people, so to speak, or for a better word or phrase, have made the decision to guide people either temporarily or permanently, as in for the rest of their lives and potentially beyond that. In terms of seeing to it that things go well in their lives and that they won't really come across any trouble. Spirit guides are the lesser version of patrons, but the difference is that with patrons, if you're an occultist, you make a deliberate agreement. I don't want to use the phrase pact because pact is inappropriate to use. Not inappropriate, but it's definitely not a flattering word or phrase. And yeah, that's it. For the rest, regarding spirit guides, a spirit guide can be regarding what kind of spirit guides are. In general, it can be any spirit really. But generally speaking, when people talk about spirit guides or when you hear stories about people that, usually there are New Agers. I'm not really too keen on the subject spirit guides, but I still made the decision to record this video because it's not something that I have covered yet. It's not a topic that I covered yet. Spirit guides are more. Spirit guides usually, when people talk, the kind of people that talk about spirit guides are these hippie New Age types. That's why I'm not too keen on it. In any case, generally speaking, if it's a genuine case where a spirit guides someone, it's usually a deceased loved one, a friend or a relative, or just a stranger. But usually we're talking about a deceased person that actually makes the conscious decision to help someone out. Even if it's only in one instance. A story comes to mind where I remember that a woman had serious health complications and or issues, and she just was so desperate that she was planning on killing herself. And the night before she was planning on killing herself, she had a dream, and someone told her that the problem is with your breast implants. She had breast implants. And she actually the day afterwards, she went to a specialist, and it turns out that the breast implants indeed were a problem. They simply ruptured and the fluid was leaking into her body and wreaking all kinds of chaos and mayhem, and that was causing all the health issues and complications and so on. And doctors told her that it was her subconscious that told her that, but she said she knows better. And that's an example of a spirit guide. The likeliest of cases, practically pretty sure, in terms of what happened, is that a spirit was simply nearby that person, so to speak. Spirits are always around us, all around us, but I mean within this context. A deceased person most likely was simply nearby, or just a generic drifter spirit that is elementary in nature, if you will, or just miscellaneous. Honestly, you have those kind of spirits as well that don't really align with any element or anything like that. Was simply around that woman, and he or she simply took pity around that woman. Specifically, he took pity upon that woman. He was around her and he took pity upon her, and he simply said, you know what, I'm going to help this woman out to prevent her from killing herself unnecessarily. I'm going to show her what the problem is exactly, and yeah, the rest is that. The rest is just like I explained, history, so to speak. So yeah, that's what spirit guides are. Okay, a spirit guide can be a deceased person, which is generally speaking the case. In other cases, it's a miscellaneous spirit, can be elementary, but not the elemental spirits that occultists work with. Usually these lower ranking spirits, or it can just be a miscellaneous drifter spirit, a spirit that just drifts, wanders throughout the world, so to speak. And yeah, that's it regarding spirit guides. Lastly, the only other thing that I have to say is that spirit guides simply help people out in life. They protect people. They offer general guidance and assistance. Mind you that this is pretty much the only time that I can remember where a spirit will actually help someone without actively getting something in return. Of course, the spirit does get something in return. Most likely it contributes to that spirit's evolution or personal well-being. For example, if it's a dead person that can't move on to the afterlife, to higher astral planes, the person is told or instructed that in order to work out your bad karma, the same negative karma that's holding you back, you need to do good for others. You need to help others out. You simply need to help others out. And yeah, such a spirit would, generally speaking, seek out people that he can help. He would, generally speaking, seek out people that he can help. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, and that's how you come across a so-called spirit guide, for example. It's a win-win situation, of course, but generally speaking, like I said, this is the only instance where a spirit doesn't actively need or is asking or even demanding for a payment in return, the way that occultists usually work, like myself. But yeah, as you can see, there's always something in it for the opposing party. Even if it's only a feeling of sympathy or a feeling of absolute goodness that comes over you. There is no, I remember someone once saying something, there is no such thing as an unselfish good deed. All good deeds are selfish in nature. And that's correct, up to a certain point or extent. That is correct. Or dare I say, screw up to a certain point or extent. That is correct, period. Not one instance have I ever come across, nor can anyone else up to present date show me, a situation where people, mind you, this is more my opinion and not really fact, but yeah, you can conflate it with fact, honestly. It's the same thing. I'm not 100% sure, but I am 99% sure. Not one person can genuinely tell me that, hey, you perform a good deed without anything for you, without anything in it for you, without any benefit that comes your way whatsoever. No, it's always, you always benefit, whether it's directly or indirectly. Okay, the benefactor always benefits from such a transaction. So yeah, that's it. In any case, that's the information I have on spirit guides and what they are. Not a lot to say, as you can tell. So if anyone has any other questions, be sure to drop a comment in the comment section, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.